On today's Eagle Angle, the Oklahoma Christian esports team is up and running, hearing from the team leaders as they give their thoughts on a brand new space.
Plus, a coroner has confirmed that remains found in Wyoming belong to 22-year-old Gabby Petito. We have the latest in the search for her fiancé.
And a Kansas boy with a green thumb. The amazing story on this week's Take a Look at This.
All this and more on Eagle Angle. Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle, a student-produced newscast live from Oklahoma Christian University. I'm Hannah Warner.
I'm Kyra Owens. Big news for music fans. Popular folk artist Jordy Searcy will be making his way to Oklahoma Christian. Searcy will perform on October 8th at the Forum in the front of the Bible building. The event will also feature food trucks, and you're asked to bring a lawn chair.
Day 6 will be in the Brew tomorrow, offering answers to any resume or career questions. And we're even hearing that they're buying drinks for any student who stops by. They'll be at the coffee shop from 9 to 11 a.m.
Now for some more exciting news from the Oklahoma Christian esports team. With the construction of the new esports space at full steam, Eagle Angle's Zachariah Parsons got a chance to talk to some of the esports members about their thoughts on the project.
The future home of the Oklahoma Christian esports team. The 8 to 10 week renovation started about 4 weeks ago and should be finished within the next 4 to 6 weeks. I had a chance to talk to esports members Chance Berry and Kurt Denning to get their thoughts on the new esports space.
It's going to open up a lot of community for just gaming as a whole on the campus, and it'll also up the level of competition, I feel like.
Chance went on to say how he feels that the space will benefit him as a player.
Well, personally, I'm a person whose environment really impacts like their productivity and stuff, and it being more professional, more esports-like will just give me a little bit more motivation and more pride in where I'm working.
In a recent interview with the Talon's Samantha Nelson, Director Hayworth also went on to say, quote, "We have not had a representable home space for any pictures or anything to show off to prospective students or sponsors, and a central home base for us is extremely crucial to getting there to prove we're a legitimate program." This is Zachariah Parsons reporting for Eagle Angle.
That's all for our national news. If you have any stories you would like us to report on, please send an email to our producer with the address on the screen. An autopsy confirms the human remains found in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming are those of Gabby Petito. The 22-year-old was found dead after a cross-country road trip with her fiancé, Brian Landre. Investigators are still looking for Landre, who hasn't been seen for a week. Athena Jones has more.
An autopsy conducted today confirming the remains found in a remote part of Wyoming on Sunday are those of 22-year-old Gabby Petito. The FBI saying in a tweet, the initial determination for the manner of death is homicide. The cause of death is pending autopsy results. The search for her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, intensifying today. Police returning to this 25,000-acre reserve. Officers searching by foot with canines, using all-terrain vehicles and drones to cover the vast area of treacherous wilderness.
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially 75% of it's underwater, and other areas that are dry we're trying to clear.
Authorities not saying what led them back to the 25,000-acre reserve today after calling off the search there Monday morning. A search warrant obtained for an external hard drive found in the van the couple had been traveling in, noting more and more tension between Laundrie and Petito, and detailed what Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, called an odd text she received from her daughter, calling her grandfather by his first name, saying, per the mother, she never calls him Stan. Petito stopped posting anything on social media after that message.
We'd have been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before.
We're also learning more about their August 12th encounter with police in Moab, Utah, captured on body camera. Officers concluded the situation was the result of a mental health crisis and suggested the two separate for the night. No charges were filed. A National Park Service ranger there for the stop revealing to a newspaper that she told Petito her relationship seemed toxic. Also telling the Deseret News, "We thought we were making the right decision when we left them."
On August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park.
And authorities looking into an encounter with Laundrie in Wyoming where this woman says he was hitchhiking, picking him up in an area near where Petito's body was later discovered. According to the woman, Laundrie told the couple he had been camping alone for days, while Petito stayed back at the van to work on social media posts. Once Laundrie realized the couple was not going toward his destination, she says he became agitated and quickly left their vehicle.
He kind of hurried out of the car, and he said all he had was a tarp to sleep on, which you think if you're going camping for days on end, you'd want food and a tent, and he had none of that.
Police say Laundrie returned home to Florida earlier this month without Petito and refused to talk to authorities. The FBI is once again asking for the public's help with any information to locate him.
Johnson & Johnson says a 2-dose version of its COVID vaccine gives people 94% protection against infection. That's promising information for the nearly 15 million Americans who received the J&J vaccine. Jason Carroll has more.
Today, an encouraging development for the nearly 15 million Americans who have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The company now says that adding a second dose of the shot provides 94% protection against symptomatic infections. It's a big day for Pfizer as well. FDA authorization on their booster shot for some people could be coming at any moment. CDC advisors will meet on the matter tomorrow. This, as it looks more and more likely the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11 could come as soon as Halloween.
We've had 225,000 kids with COVID. It's a serious issue among children, and the best way to protect them is with this vaccine.
Many hospitals seeing an increased number of children infected with COVID-19. Doctors had to put up a tent outside an emergency room of a children's hospital in Pittsburgh to help meet the demand of patients. The hospital's chief of emergency medicine writing on social media, the number of children coming to the emergency department at UPMC Children's is historic. In all, ICUs are still over 90% full in at least 6 states.
Currently, across the state, we've activated crisis standards of care. This means that the ability to deliver community standards of care using conventional means has been exhausted.
2/3 of hospitals in Kentucky are reporting critical staffing shortages.
I start my day every day with a situational report from hospitals, and it hurts to see that a hospital has every single person, every single ventilator in use, and we have to send them more. That's a trend that we want to reverse.
The U.S. hit the historic milestone yesterday of 675,000 deaths, more than the estimated toll of the 1918 flu pandemic. And medical professionals are now sounding the alarm about the flu season this year as well, which doctors say could be particularly harsh this season, given how little exposure people had to it last year.
A crisis is developing at the southern U.S. border. Thousands of migrants are crowding in a makeshift camp under the Del Rio International Bridge in Texas, waiting for processing and possible entry into America. Chris Wynn explains how the federal government is responding.
At the southern U.S. border in Del Rio, Texas, tightly packed migrants are sleeping in the dirt surrounded by garbage and with minimal access to food and water. A recent swell in numbers overwhelming U.S. Border Patrol.
We're working around the clock to expeditiously move migrants out of the heat elements and from underneath this bridge.
As of Saturday, there were more than 14,000 migrants on site, many of them Haitian. Haiti is still reeling from a major earthquake last month, as well as the assassination of its president in July.
We need multiple countries, coming together, and so we need to work collaboratively. But this is a crisis that is bigger than just one country. This is a regional crisis.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas traveled to Texas Monday to assess the situation.
Irregular migration The perilous journey is not the journey to take. One risks one's life, the life of one's loved ones, for a mission that will not succeed.
DHS says it plans to ramp up deportation flights to Haiti and other destinations to deter migrants from traveling to Del Rio. The department also announced that Customs and Border Protection will send 600 agents and officers to the region by Tuesday.
We will continue to exercise the public health authority of the Centers for Disease Control in light of the fact that this country and this world is confronting a pandemic.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
That's all for our national news. Stay tuned because Hannah Warner has the Eagle Angle weather report after the break.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Good day, Oklahoma. I'm Hannah Warner here with your Eagle Angle weather report. It's looking cloudy today in Oklahoma with a high of only 76 degrees, but a little bit of sun, mostly sunny you could say, but it feels like a degree under 75 degrees. Nice time for a walk, I should say. Now let's move on to look out across the state around the weather today. So we have good to get rid of those mid-80s. Now we're moving on to the 70s for fall temperatures with, you could say, just a hair above 80 in Guyman on the Panhandle and down to median of 75 degrees in Oklahoma City, as is the state always in Oklahoma City with us here at OC. And now down to, you could say, the highest at 79 degrees in Durant. But now let's move over to tonight's temperatures. Tonight, yes, expect 64 degrees. You could say the first day of fall, which it is officially today, has finally rolled in with those fall temperatures in tow. And for all of you runners out there or bikers, which I've seen a few, expect east to northeast winds at 5 to 7 miles per hour, so perfect average of 6. And no showers on the horizon today, just pure sun. So feel free to get out there for a new workout, you could say. And now on to this weekend. Let's see what our weekend will look like. Sunny and warm, you could say it's not the 90s, but it's definitely not our good 70s we have today. Fall's still a little bit late in coming. And we have about mid-80s across the weekend with a low to no chance of showers, but a big range of 7 to 20 mile per hour gusts of wind. So be prepared for that because different things in different days, there's a variety. So keep in tow for maybe outside picnics or other things of that nature to enjoy this weather. But now, and finally, let's go to our 5-day forecast. So as you can see here, as I said, it's going to be mid-80s with just peaking on Sunday and Monday at 93 degrees, but lows dropping down to actually 58 degrees and 56 on Thursday and Friday. So we're getting a lot lower than these past few weeks have been in this past month. And expect a mixture of sun and clouds, but your sunnier days are going to be Thursday and Saturday for a good picnic, and low cloudy skies on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. So get out there and take some pictures of some good sunsets for these next few days. And that's all for the Eagle Angle Weather Report. After the break, Trinity Carpenter will be here to bring you the latest in the entertainment corner.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride? No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom. Dude, are you okay? I am definitely buzzed. Yeah. I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
we discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure love.
Hello, and welcome back to Eagle Angle. I'm Trinity Carpenter, and you're watching the Entertainment Corner.
your source for the latest and greatest entertainment news. The 2021 Emmy Awards took place on Sunday night with some of TV's most recent and popular writers, producers, actors, and more in attendance. Many left with trophies in hand, but the newcomer comedy series Ted Lasso kept its momentum going with 4 wins as its first Emmys appearance, including Outstanding Comedy Series. The 2 seasons of Ted Lasso's are available to stream now on Apple TV. Something Wicked This Way comes. Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand take on Shakespearean drama in the trailer for Joel Coen's new film, Tragedy of Macbeth. The trailer was released yesterday by production companies A24 and Apple. The black and white film is Joel Coen's solo directional debut, departing for a moment from his usual collaboration with his brother Ethan. Now, Tragedy of Macbeth will premiere in theaters on December 25th and will be available for streaming January 14th on Apple TV. Netflix has bought the catalog of author Roald Dahl, and Dahl is a late British author of many children's books such as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and many more. Netflix acquired the rights to the author's characters and stories. The deal comes after a partnership struck in 2018 to create a series based on the beloved stories. Well, that's all we have for today's Entertainment Corner. We'll be right back and next week to bring your latest and greatest entertainment news. Now we send you to the desk where Kyra Owens has your Eagle Angle Sports Report.
Thanks, Trinity. The Oklahoma Christian team opened up their season this past weekend at the Rookie Ride Tournament in Tulsa. The Eagles came out hot in their first 4 games, winning them all against Drury, Nebraska, John Brown, and Missouri State. On day 2, the Eagles played Arkansas State in the quarterfinal match where they won 7-1. But unfortunately, they couldn't close it out as they lost the title match to Missouri S&T in a close one. The Eagles will be back in action next week in Norman. OC baseball coach Lonnie Cobble has announced the team's fall scrimmage schedule. The Eagles will start Monday against Connors State, with their next 3 meetings coming against Rose State, Oklahoma Wesleyan, and Central Oklahoma. The women's soccer team continued their slow start on the season, falling to Northwestern Oklahoma State, bringing them 0-3. The good news for the Lady Eagles, they were able to end their scoring drought, scoring their first goal in the 90th minute. That came on a counterattack from freshman Kyla Lovelace. Goalkeeper Gabby Goddard was able to get 5 saves for the Lady Eagles. They will hope to turn their luck around when they play Lubbock Christian. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break with this week's Take a Look at This.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
What are you looking for?
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Recently, the western U.S. has averaged more than 1,900 earthquakes and 3,800 significant wildfires each year. So chances are there will be more of both near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
A Kansas kid with a big vision and a green thumb sets his sight on the future. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
An enterprising Kansas kid is growing and selling pumpkins and using the seed money to grow something else, a college fund. 13-year-old Boston Beck's booming biz started as a hobby. He learned to grow pumpkins when he was just 8.
I just thought it was something like fun to do and just give us another hobby, and it turned out to be something big.
Big is an understatement. Beck's harvest side hustle has generated so much demand
this weekend we about made $1,000 alone
that he now gathers his crops using a retired school bus. Cool bus.
You can haul way more.
Beck's hoping his growing college fund will take him to Kansas State one day. In the meantime, this pint-sized purveyor is keeping his eyes on the pumpkin-spiced prize. A unique charity fundraising effort could land you in an Italian villa for just $35. This $470,000 4-bedroom Tuscan villa is the third and final property being raffled by a British couple, raising money to benefit the UK charities the Children's Society and Braccio di Ferro. The raffle's website, winhousesinitaly.com, claims there are no strings attached and tickets are only $35 a piece. Finally, watch a Minnesota cop use a unique approach to keep a house from catching fire. When an extinguisher couldn't do the job on this parked vehicle on fire, a Chisago County Sheriff's deputy got a tow strap and simply pulled the vehicle away from the house, flames and all. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
That's all for today's show. Thank you for watching and have a great week. We'll see you right back here next time on Eagle Angle.
And let's hope it keeps getting colder, right, Kyra?
Yes, because we love the fall.
Too much summer is too much sun for my book.
Yes.
But anyway,
that's all for Eagle Angle,
where it's your campus,
your news. Good night.